चालू कर दो। कब चालू करना है? हाँ, ये चालू कर दो अभी। यूट्यूब भी चालू है, ये रिकॉर्डिंग, और क्या करना है? हेलो प्रीति, चले नाउ chatted. All are from foundation. Anybody direct entry? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, so when you are writing exam? Jan 27. This is April. You are writing only group 1. Both. Oh, joshful. Both. I took 1.5 years to study both groups. Now, we are here for group 1 accountancy. Correct? Group 1 has how many papers? 3 papers. One is accounts, another is law, third tax. So we are doing accounts. Accounts is easiest paper. Accounts is easiest paper. For 2 reasons it is easiest. Reason number 1, you are studying accounts from 11th standard, first PUC. Anybody from science background? Nobody. Say all are so sweet. So from 11th standard you are studying account, 11, 12 foundation. Somebody 11, 12, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, third year, 5 years. Oh my God. So too much of accountancy I have studied. Second, any difficult things I only don't know in life. So accounts is very simple. I can tell you in all 3 papers, accounts is easiest. Second paper is law, third paper is your tax. Tax is the lengthiest paper you have. There you have got direct tax and indirect tax. Correct? Now, accounts paper की कुछ बातें करते हैं. Let's talk few things about accounts paper. First of all, chartered syllabus. Correct. Whatever I tell you today, please keep writing also. Otherwise, you will keep staring only. Ready? Yes, sir. Syllabus में accounts is divided into 2 parts. One is accounting standards, AS, and one is chapters. Correct? One is AS and the other is chapters. Now chartered, there are 29 accounting standards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 करके 29 accounting standards are there. Out of which 2 are deleted. That is 6 and 8 are deleted. So we are left with 27 accounting standards. Am I clear? So accounting standard 1 to 29 all are there in your syllabus except 6 and 8. They are deleted. So how many accounting standards you are supposed to study? 27. Now in this 27 accounting standards, you know, there are some theoretical accounting standards, some practical accounting standards, and some accounting standards are chapter like only. It is as good as you are studying chapters only. Because some of you would have studied accounting standard in your degrees. 12 students have never studied account, foundation students have never studied accounting standards. Degree may you have studied little bit of accounting standards also, you have studied little bit of IFRS also, big things you have studied. Correct? But what you studied in degree is not even 2% of accounting standards in CA intermediate. मतलब CA intermediate का 10 paragraphs is equal to 100 paragraphs of degree. And I have seen degree very nicely. So this over here is very, very important. Plus in degree you have a habit or thinking that accounting standards are theory papers. It's a theoretical part, you have to mug it up, vomit out and you'll get marks. No. Is theory there in accounting standards? Yes. Is practical there in accounting standard? Loads. That means load of questions, numericals you will see in accounting standards. The only difference between major chapters and accounting standard is major chapters mein you are champion. Kaise? Because from childhood you know, you have a format, you mug that format, 2 mein this will come, by mein this will come, balancing figure this. And then we start believing that yahi concept hai. For example, trading account mein 2 opening stock, 2 purchases, less return, buy sales, buy closing stock, 2 gross profit, credit side PL mein 2 gross profit. Today honestly ask yourself, why do you write opening stock on the debit side of trading account? You don't know. Are you understanding what I am saying? So chapters wala part is very easy because you are used to. There is a format, there is journal, there is ledger, there is trial balance, there is balance sheet in any chapter and you can max it. In accounting standard everywhere either there would be calculations or there would be some statements or there would be journals. It will keep on varying from accounting standard to accounting standard. If you ask me which is easier, AS. Which is interesting, AS. Which is practically more required, AS. What will give you money in life, AS. These chapters which we study will die in classroom only. It does not have any relevance whatsoever in reality. Like your 11th, 12th degree, no? Show me one chapter which you have studied in your 11th, 12th degree which is applicable in reality. None. So chapter se koi fayda nahi hoga. It will not help you. ACE mein we have divided into 2 parts, rather 3 parts. First part I will write those accounting standards which are theoretical in nature. When I say theory, it means complete theory. Theory, practical and chapters charted or chapter like. Now, first, before you start accounting standards, now there are 3 chapters of accounting standards. One is introduction to accounting standards, one is applicability of accounting standards, and one is framework of accounting standards. So first, when I write introduction, that means chartered it would cover all 3 chapters. It will cover all 3 chapters. Am I clear? That is introduction to accounting standards, applicability of accounting standards and framework of accounting standards. Then there is AS1. AS1 is a complete theoretical standard. I will keep on telling the names also of AS. If you remember, very good. If you don't remember, by the end of the term you will remember. But if it's not mandatory that today only you should know the name of all the accounting standards. Am I clear? AS1 is disclosure of accounting policies. AS1 is disclosure of accounting policies. That is, then you have got AS2. You have heard of inventory? What is inventory? Stock. Then why do we call it stock and not inventory? Why do we call it inventory and not stock? Stock means plural of anything. 10 books are also known as stock of books. 10 benches are also known as stock of benches. 10 air conditions are also known as stock of air condition. But inventory means stock of unsold goods or unused goods. That means if I am a dealer of benches and 10 benches are unsold, then we say stock of unsold benches is my inventory. Am I clear? We say stock of students only. Understood? So do you become my inventory? Yes, no? Yes, Baba. You are my inventory only, no, today. Until and unless I finish my syllabus, you will remain my stock in trade only, no? Huh? For you, it meant opening stock, closing stock. Life was so beautiful, no? So, AS2 is inventory valuation. Sir, inventory is so important in life that we have got an accounting standard on that. Yes. Now chartered. Have you been? So just imagine why inventory valuation is important. Just little fair idea. This is your trading account. Trading account may chartered, you have got buy closing stock. This is on the credit side. If closing stock is on income side, yes or no? Trading account credit side is income side. So my first question, is closing stock your income? Then why did you write it on the credit side? SH sir. Likh diya sir. Feeling. Check it. Now we'll not discuss that. My question is, closing stock will come on the income side. If closing stock ka correct value is 100 rupees, correct value is, and by mistake I value at 150. By mistake I value it at 150. So my closing stock will increase by how much? 50. My closing stock will increase by? If my closing stock will increase, that means my income side will increase, chartered. If my income side will increase, then don't you think my profit will also increase? Yes or no? Now tell me, showing more profit is good or showing less profit is good? बोलो बोलो, डरे मत, जो मन में बोल देने का. You may be right, you may be wrong. At the end of the day, you have come here to learn only, no? Showing more profit is good, showing less profit is good. Less profit is good. When you go outside, you try to show off so much. We definitely generally try to show beyond our capacity. Now, now suppose if I tell you, if you earn 1 crore, your tax is 30%. Correct? So 1 crore mein 30% government will take, 70% you will keep. 2 crores mein tax is 50%. Suppose. So you want to earn 1 crore or 2 crores? 1 crore. I still want to earn 2 crores. Because if you earn 1 crore, how much is tax? Bolo bolo, daro mat. Speak. 30 lakhs. How much you will get in your pocket? But if you earn 2 crores, how much government will take? 50%. That is how much? 1 crore. How much you are still left with? So you want to earn 1 crore or 70 lakhs? 1 crore. Yes or no? That means just because of tax you want to earn less. Then the Mukesh Ambani will not earn only, no? So first you take out from this your head that if you show more, tax more, baba kya hoga? First earn more, pa. Are you understanding? Then we'll think of tax. Now, in tax we want to show less profit. Correct? You must have heard of Elon Musk. Sabne suna hai ki na? Elon Musk is supposed to be the richest man on earth. Correct? Does he have so much of cash? The money is in bank. Then? Bolo, bolo. Assets. No. Only one, huh? Shares. Tesla ka share he has majority. So if Tesla company ka share price falls, Elon Musk ka net worth will fall. Correct, incorrect? Similarly, 3-4 years back, Mr. Adani of India had become the 3rd richest person on earth. Earth, India nahi. Warren Buffett was in his pocket. And after 7 days, he was in 10th position. So 7 days he blew up all his money. No. The price of his shares came down. Correct? So net worth of a person depends upon the number of shares he is holding of his company. Now tell me, suppose you have invested in Reliance Industries. You have invested 5, 10, 15,000, 10,000 shares you have purchased of Reliance Industries. Then one day morning, you are sipping a beautiful Bangalore filter coffee, reading a newspaper, and in that it has come, Reliance Industries net profit went down by 10% in the 3rd quarter of the year. You heard what I said? Reliance Industries net profit went down by 10% in the 3rd quarter of the year. You will be happy or sad? Market price of the shares will go up, come down. So Reliance will be happy or sad? Mukesh Ambani will be happy or sad? Mukesh Ambani ka net worth will go up or come down? So what he will think? I am saving tax. ए पागल प्रजा, ऐसा नहीं होता. Understood? So he will always try to overstate the profit. So his shares ka price goes up. Yes, no? In income tax, you always try to understate the profit. So you save tax. Am I clear? So, sir, but we prepare only one profit and loss account, no? Huh? We don't prepare one profit and loss account. For income tax, we prepare separate profit and loss account. What we are learning is the profit and loss account as per accounts, which will be published in newspaper. The newspaper where you want higher profit, lower profit. Higher profit. Your Aadhaar wala photo, your selfie, your own wala photo. Sir, own, sir. Aadhaar wala photo thodi. Correct, incorrect. So that means this will go in your newspaper. So newspaper where you want to show more profit, less profit. Now, so this much you understood. That your objective is to show more profit. Your nahi, your clients. You are a chartered accountant, no? Now, suppose your client is you have a chemist or druggist shop in your nearby locality, Dawai ka dukan, where they sell medicines. Have you ever seen that shop? Yeah. Can you tell me how many varieties of medicine he has? Sir, pagal ho jayega, sir. So many are there, sir. Now you are a chartered accountant of that company, of that shop. Practically, is it possible for you to sit down over there and calculate the entire stock? So you will believe whatever stock he gives you? Sir, practically to not possible. And I believe him also, that is also wrong. Yeah. So what happened? You understand the meaning of sampling? Generally, how much you got in foundation, how much you got in foundation. Some 5-10 students I asked, they told good marks. I told the batch is very good. Some 5-10 students I asked, they told the batch marks are very bad in foundation. I say, faltu batch. Similarly, you do sampling and find out the closing stock. It is not practically possible that every item you sit and count. Correct. You just take out one pouch, calculate how many tablets are there, then you see, okay, 10 pouches are there, so 10 into 10, 100 tablets will be there. Correct. Now, chartered, if he manipulates, will you be able to stop him? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Suppose he has kept 10 boxes. Each box has 10 tablets. You take out the box, you open the box and 10 tablets are there. You will say 10 boxes, now how many tablets? 100 tablets. But suppose you take out the box and no tablet is there. That means he has kept some empty boxes. Yes or no? If a filled boxes comes in your hand, then can I say he can overstate his gross closing stock? His closing stock will be overstated. Therefore, his gross profit will be overstated. His net profit will be overstated. And he wants this only, no? So can I say stock valuation impacts your profit valuation? So stock valuation is important, not important? Important. Imagine karo you are a gold merchant, Tanishq, and the person who is making jewelry is sitting and ऐसे घिस रहा है. Correct. And little gold is falling down. Correct. He is wearing lungi and doing it. And then lungi mein little gold is falling down. Correct. He makes a beautiful ring. Then he wakes up, gets up, and lungi लेके ऐसा कर देता है. Will you like it? That lungi में there would be 3-4 grams of gold. Each gram 15,000 rupees. 3-4 grams, which is little. This paper is around 3 grams, one page. So can you assume 3-4 grams is how low? If it gets stuck in his lungi, no, you will not come to know. And he drops it, 50-60,000 rupees gone. This is one day. One time, one day. By the end of the year, no, you and I would be sitting on the same footpath. So now you understood stock valuation is important. So AS2 is stock valuation, which is practical. Thereafter chartered, we have got AS3, cash flow statement. That is chapter like only. AS3, it is like a chapter only. Correct? Hey, TV wala chartered accountant, you are listening, last listening. If you understand, do thumbs up. If you don't understand, then send a heart. Very good. Now chartered. AS1, 2, 3. AS4 is, suppose 31st March is your year end. And 31st of March 2024 is your year end. So which year I am talking about? 23-24. You sold goods on 2nd of April 2024. You sold goods on 2nd of April 2024. That means in 2024-25. Yes, no. Will this transaction be recorded in 23-24 or 24-25? 24-25. Galat. It may be recorded in 23-24. It may be recorded in 24-25. Sir, kya bol rahe sir? What are you saying? From 11th standard I am studying, this transaction will be recorded here. Anything before 31st of March will be recorded here. If you studied everything in 11th only, why will you study CA? Correct, no? So, for that we have got another standard AS4. AS4 ka heading is events occurring after balance sheet date. In audit you have got subsequent events. Correct? Thereafter, AS5 is regarding your PL account. Net profit. AS6 is not that deleted. AS7. When I came to Bangalore, no, I came to Bangalore in the year 2005. Before that, I used to stay in Calcutta. Born, brought up, spoiled, educated in Calcutta. Now chartered, the major difference I found in Calcutta and Bangalore, apart from what everybody notices, was in Calcutta we had a habit of staying in an apartment. Correct. But Bangalore, when I came to Malleshwaram, I saw there were less apartments and more independent houses. And this word independent house did not exist in Calcutta. Did people have independent houses? Yes. But they were huge. They used to call it bungalow. So there were either bungalows or there were apartments. No in between wala drama. Over here I found cute, small, beautiful independent houses. When people started, where do you stay? I stay in independent house. Like a house is independent only, no? It is not dependent on anybody apart from your father. So initially I did not get the concept, but slowly I understood what it is. And then I understood people over here believe that instead of buying an apartment, buy a piece of land and build your own house. And it makes financially more sense also. Land ka price increases, building ka price does not increase. And it is so sad to know that everybody sitting over here knows that land appreciates for building. Land. Suppose it is given land and building depreciation 5%. Then you are basically depreciating what? So when you are buying an apartment, you are buying land or you are buying building? Will it appreciate? And still we buy. Oh. So this independent house ka concept, so that means building ka, apartment ka value nahi badhta hai. Go and find out. It does not increase at more than, people will say, I bought this apartment for 50 lakhs, today it is 1.5 crores. You say, uncle, please try to sell today. You will find out the true price. You will not get buyers. I know not less than 3-4 property in last 15 years. Matlab, my known person purchased a property of 90 lakhs in 2013. In 2026, his property is fetching 120 lakhs. 90 lakhs se 120 lakhs. That means in 13 years, property increased only by 30 lakhs. If you had put the money in FD, it would have become double. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Flat का price नहीं बढ़ता है. This much only increase. Why? Now put yourself, when you are investing 1.2 crores, you will invest in second hand flat or first hand flat? First hand flat. Why will you pay in second hand? If you are not ready to buy second hand, why will your somebody buy second hand? Because we have still not reached a stage where there are no first hand flats available only. People are ready to go a little far, people are ready to deviate, but they want to buy a new property. So ये जो construction independent house का है, you have got purchased the land, you have got money, but you sit and construct. No, so you contact a contractor. He gives you a design, layout, and the price that he will construct for you. So what is his job? To construct and give it to you. For that he makes little bit of profit. The profit which he makes on that construction, and generally house to might get over in 1.5 years. But there are big bungalows or multi-storied building he is constructing or stadium he is constructing, which might take 3, 4, 5 years also. So he will earn profit over a period of 5 years. How to calculate his profit, that we learn in AS7, construction contracts. Am I clear? हाँ sir. Vriddhi, Gautami, Preeti, Sri Devi. Arre baapre. Sab genius. Gagana Sri. All girls only. India will not have guys chartered accountants now. Thereafter chartered. AS8 deleted. Gayab. AS9. AS9. You have paid money to JKSC classes? Yes. Has JKSC classes given you the services? No. It has just started. The money which you have given to JKSC classes, is it income? Yes or no? No. It is advance income or income? Advance income. So it is income or liability? After I take the money and today I come into the classroom and say, we will not have any lectures today or your money will not be refunded. Will you listen to this? Sir, office tod dega, sir. Correct, no? You will either say refund the money or give us the services. So today the money which we have taken, against that we are supposed to give services. So today that money is what? Liability. When will it become income? After the completion of syllabus. So should I recognize that as an income the day I complete the syllabus? Or I should recognize income little karke till I complete the syllabus? Sir, your wish, sir. Why you are disturbing me? IPL should recognize income when? When the tickets is sold, when the first ball is bowled, or when the last ball is bowled? Tining. Domino's should recognize revenue when? When you place the order or when the order is delivered? Amazon में लिखा हुआ था 7 days replacement. तो Amazon should recognize revenue when? When you place the order or 7 days के बाद when the expiry of 7 days is gets over? When you go to Shop or Stop, they tell you, are you a member? Do you say yes? You have got 50 points, you'll get so much discount. How do they recognize revenue of those loyalty points? Sir, ये तो कभी सोचा नहीं. Bank to sales, अष्टे. Life set, revenue recognized. अरे ना बापू ना. There are so many varieties of sale and so many varieties of revenue and so many ways of recording sales. Am I clear? Bolo, accounts is an easy subject. He shocked. What is your name? Faiz. My name is Dipesh. How are you? Daro mat. Then what is this? Asset. Ma'am, इसको बोलता क्या? Table. Furniture fixture. Yes or no? When I joined JKSC classes, no. So I asked JK sir, how much you will pay me? So JK sir told, what you were earning earlier. हम बोला 40 lakhs per annum. तो बोला 70 lakhs I will give you. मैंने कहा 70 lakhs to any Tom, Dick and Harry can give. But when the person who is giving me 40 lakhs, no. When I came over there, no, I was not Dipesh Sir. When I am coming to JKSC classes, I am Dipesh Sir. Don't take it otherwise. This is storytelling going on. I am not egoistic. Just chumma time pass I am doing. तो ये बोला, still, हम बोला extra तो you should give, no. So he told me, 1 crore. 30 lakhs extra. Why? I've got a beautiful name. That beautiful name ko you call in your 12th standard what? Goodwill. That is intangible asset. Correct? Yes, no. That means if some bad teacher is there, he will have bad will. हाँ ऐसा होता है क्या? There is only goodwill? No sir, we don't look at negative things in life, only positive. Similarly, chatted, there are assets are divided into two categories. One is tangible, one is tangible assets. Mein long term ko we call it PPE. PPE, property, plant and equipment. All tangible assets are property, plant and equipment. समझा? हाँ समझा sir. Now, when you have heard of dollar, now you must be hearing too much. Every opposition party is scolding Modi. Dollar rate is rising. Nobody knows only how economics works. But two people are discussing. Dollar is rising. It is not good. It is not bad. Some random discussion. And I have seen MSc people discussing some random things. Because what they have studied in book, they have started discussing that. So dollar rate going up, dollar rate going down. That is foreign exchange. Now then Iran told that I will allow Hormuz Strait say oil can go, but if the currency should be in yuan only. Then India told Russia, I will buy oil from you, but I will make payment in INR only. So everybody is trying to build their currency. And all the currency in India, are we interested except INR? So any currency for us except INR is what? Foreign currency. If we have an office in Switzerland, London, New York, so they will do transaction in INR. They will do transaction in their own currency, euro, dollars में करेगा. How you would record that in India? उस सस्पेंस को सॉल्व करने के लिए आ रहा है आपके सामने AS11. सर आज बहुत मूड में हो, क्या बात है? This is my last lecture today. And after this I'll go home. Then मस्ती से चाय वाय पियेंगे, सोएंगे. Your name? Rahul. India में this generation में Rahul is a risky name, no? Thank God in Calcutta the people have started calling Rahul नाम का public को पप्पू by default. Same pa. Thereafter, don't laugh, Nalak. Now charted, then you have got government grants. You know what is government grants? Donation. Any asset received without any consideration. Any asset received without any consideration. We'll discuss this later. Then we have got investments के लिए AS13. Investments. Then AS14 we have got amalgamation. Two companies merging together. Correct? Then AS15 employee benefits. Employee gets salary, wages, bonus, commission, leave compensation, provident fund, pension, gratuity. Oh yo, because for you employee benefit means salary and salary ka entry is salary to cash. Then AS16, achha, 1 minute. AS15 will come here. AS16 is borrowing cost, interest. AS17 is segment reporting, department wise reporting. AS18 is related party. This related party drama we have got too much in our life. It comes in accounts, it will come in income tax, it will come in law, it will come in audit. Everywhere relatives will come. And God knows why nobody likes them. AS19 leases. You know what is leases? Sophisticated word for rent. Correct? AS20. AS20, that is EPS, earning per share. Then charted AS21, 23 and 27. All will come as a chapter, one chapter called consolidation. AS21 चला गया, AS22 is regarding income tax. AS22 is regarding income tax. Thereafter chartered. AS23 went in consolidation. AS24 is discontinuing operation. Discontinuing operation, that means that side of business which you are planning to shut down. AS25 interim financial reporting. Interim financial reporting, matlab you must have heard, no, quarterly reports we take out, that is known as interim financial reports. AS26 intangibles. AS27 is there in consolidation. AS28 is impairment. You have heard of the word impairment. You have heard of the word depreciation. Depreciation का definition charted you had studied in childhood. Depreciation is decrease in the value of asset because of continuous usage, wear and tear, efflux of time. That is wrong. कुछ भी बोल देता है आदमी. That definition in India, it got abolished in 2006. Huh? Generally, I think most of you are not born also. Those who are from 12th or would have just been born 2006 matlab. But you studied in PUC. God knows. Now chartered, ध्यान से सुनना. Suppose I have purchased this asset. Its cost is 50 rupees. So I purchased, the market price was 50, so I paid how much? 50. This asset will run for 5 years. How much? 5 years. So 50 rupees ka benefit I'll get for how many years? Each year ka benefit? 10 rupees. So 10 rupees is my expenditure. Remaining 40 is my asset. Yes or no? Again next year 10 rupees is my expenditure. 30 is my asset. It will go on like this. Yes, no? Now chartered, suppose I purchase an asset for 50. So what is my cost price? 50. This cost price will decrease every year because of depreciation. So depreciation is decrease in the value of asset because of continuous usage or because of time only? Time. Whether I use this AC or not use this AC, life is 5 years. After 5 years I have to get it over, no? So every year 10,000 I am supposed to depreciate, yes, no? So cost will decrease. So 5 years ka cost together I have written as 50 rupees. Every year 10 rupees depreciation. बात समझ में आई कि नहीं आई? So there is a cost which will keep on decreasing every year. That is nothing but your depreciation. So if my cost is 70 rupees and my life is 7 years, that means this 70 rupees I have to spread in how many years? In whatever ratio you feel comfortable. Accounting standard 10 says entire cost of the asset spread over its useful life in whatever ratio you feel comfortable, and that is depreciation. Some people say equally, so we call it SLM method. Some people say no, not equally, first year maximum, then decreasing, then we say WDV. Some people say, nah bapu, we should depreciate on the ratio of hours worked. So machine hour, any ratio you feel comfortable. Because ultimately how much will go in PL? 70 only. You will, and 70 will go in 7 years only. Whether in whatever ratio you charge, whatever ratio I charge. Are you understanding? Yes? No? Now chartered. So this is depreciation. अब ध्यान से सुनना. तो cost, market value. When I buy the asset, cost and market value is same. Yes, no? How many things you can see? 2. 2 को हिंदी में पेयर बोलते हैं, इंग्लिश में. 2 को पेयर बोलते हैं ना. Now chartered, market value fell down. Why? Because the asset broke. Asset खराब हो गया, damaged. So market value will fall down. Correct? This is what? This is what? Why market price has fallen down? Because the asset got damaged. If I really want to bring the asset again equal to cost, then what should I do? वापस बोलो वर्ड, धीरे से बोलो, रिपेयर, रिपेयर. Understood? What was this? Impair. What was this? That is why we say hearing impaired. Oh my God, sir, chumma we paid so much to our English medium school. Correct, no? So impair is decrease in the value of asset because of the asset got damaged, obsolete, yes or no? That we study in Ind AS 28, impairment. Hey, TV वाले chattered, alive or dead? Sir, coffee वॉफी पी लिया है, सांबर राइस खा लिया है, and we are must snoring away. Good. Now chattered. AS 29, that is provision. Now chattered. इस वर्ड का बात कर लेता है, एक वर्ड प्रोविजन है. What does the word provision mean? There can be two types of provision. One is provision for loss. One is provision for payable. Sir, provision for payable is also loss only, no? Correct. This provision for loss is nothing but decrease in asset, and this provision for loss or payable is increase in liability. It is payable. So how many types of provision are there? Two. One is provision for loss, one is provision for payable. So when I used to ask what is provision, so generally people used to tell me provision is something which we are supposed to pay, or provision is something which is loss. Both are correct, but there are two types of provision. This provision for loss, that means decrease in asset, that is started divided into three categories. How many categories? Three. One is known as provision for doubtful debts. Correct? Provision for doubtful debts that you reduce from your debtors. Correct? Then provision for depreciation. Provision for depreciation chartered. Now tell me, chartered, provision for depreciation is accumulated depreciation which you subtract from asset. Correct? Now chartered, third is provision for impairment loss. Provision for impairment loss. Are you understanding? Yes, no. Impairment का मतलब I explained you just now. Chartered, can all these provisions are subtracted from the asset? Now मेरी तरफ देखो. Either I subtract from the asset, or can I write it on the liability side? Provision for doubtful debts. Instead of subtracting from debtors, I forgot to subtract. So I wrote it in balance sheet liability side. Allowed, disallowed. Provision for depreciation. Instead of subtracting from asset, I wrote it on the liability side. Allowed, disallowed. Disallowed. Why? Always remember, accounts is not mathematics. Then I can say over here, no? Purchase, suppose discount allowed 10 rupees, discount received 12 rupees. I can say no, net discount 2 rupees only pa. Can I write like this? No. Will it give me same profit? Yes. Is it mathematically correct? Yes. Is accounting why it is correct? No. Similarly, all this decrease in assets, can you write it on the liability side? No. Why? Liability side में you can write only if it is payable. Am I clear? Now chartered, provision for doubtful debts का discussion is done in AS4. Provision for depreciation का discussion is done in AS10 PPE. And provision for impairment loss का discussion is done in AS28. Today you have become students with Buddha with a halo, full Jnani. Oh my God. Today we know so much about provision. And provision for payable, that is increase in liability, is discussed in AS29. You understood? Understood? Now, so this is your syllabus. Pakka? I wanted you to remember this. Then, so this, and you have got 4 chapters. Company, final accounts. Number 2, buyback of shares. Number 3, internal reconstruction. And number 4, chartered branch accounts. Correct? This is your syllabus. Now, sir, which is more important, AS or chapters? That you will come to know within a short span of time. This much you understood? Copied, everybody? Now, point number 2, your paper pattern. Paper pattern में you have got chartered one life-saving thing. MCQ. And subjective. MCQ is 30 marks. And subjective is 70 marks, correct? Now, chartered 70 में से you have got out of 6 questions attempt 5 questions of 14 marks each. Question chartered 1 is compulsory. That means question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions will be there of 14 marks. This is compulsory. So out of 2 to 6, you are supposed to attempt any 4. So 4 questions over here, 1, 5. Now, understood this much? Point number 3. Blueprint. Now, blueprint MCQ. Correct. नाउ चार्टर्ड एमसीक्यू में 3 केस स्टडीज. Now 3 case studies, that does not mean each case study is of 10 marks. Any random permutation combination करके they can create 3 case studies. Fair enough. What is a case study? Where there is a full-fledged question. Give this book. Now this book has lot of questions. Now, but it does not have a case study. Now suppose this is a cash flow ka full sum. Full sum on cash flow is there over here. And they have asked prepare cash flow statement. The same sum they can paste it over there and they can write question number 1, find out changes in working capital. Question number 2, what is cash flow from operating activities? Question number 3. So from one same question they can create 3-4 questions. One full final account ka sum they give you, case study. Question number 1, calculate the gross profit. Question number 2, what is the valuation of inventory? Question number 3, what is net profit? Question number 4, what is bank balance? Question number 5, what does that balance sheet total? So same big questions is nothing but case study. 3 case studies. Each case study, generally it is seen it is 6 questions and 5 questions. So this is 6 plus 6, 12 plus 5, 17 questions. One question can be of more than 1 mark also. Understood? This case study, 90% questions are 80 are from AS. Correct? Now, chartered, this is one drama. Then you have got subjective. This was MCQ. And this is subjective. Subjective में chartered you have got question 1. Will have 3 parts, A, B and C. Each question is of 14 marks. When I say A, B and C, that does not mean A will be of how many marks, B of how many marks, C of how many marks, that I don't know. But the total of all 3 will be 14. Correct? Out of this 3 questions, 2 will be sums and 1 will be theory. Correct? All 3 can be sum also. And this question will be from AS only. All 3 questions. So this is compulsory question from AS. You have to attempt. And this is compulsory. Correct? Now, thereafter chartered question number 2. 2 is either company final accounts or inventory. Sorry, or internal reconstruction. Correct? But this will be 14 marks. Now chartered company final accounts had come in September 24, then January 25 it was internal, then May 25 it was company final accounts. Correct, chartered. After that you have May के बाद September, which you will have September 25, yes or no? September 25 should have been, but it came company final accounts. Correct. Then Jan 26 it was internal reconstruction. Correct. So this is how internal and company final accounts comes. Question number 3. Question number 3 charted. There are two parts, A and B. Over here, AS3 is most popular. AS3 is most popular. AS7 is also very popular. And यहाँ पर buyback and one AS theory is very popular. Sorry, AS3 and AS7 over here. Buyback and AS7. Or any sum on AS. तो एक क्वेश्चन AS3 मतलब कैश फ्लो का है, ये 7 मार्क्स है, 7 मार्क्स एंड 7 मार्क्स. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. Question number 4 is one question directly AS14 amalgamation. Question 5. Question 5 charted. 5 is consolidation, that is AS 21, 23 and consolidation, AS 21, 23 and 27. AS 21, 23, 27. Question 6 is A, B, C. A is a question from AS, B is a question from chapters, and C is a question of branch. Correct? This is of 4 marks, this is of 4 marks, and this is of 6 marks. Now, अब ध्यान से सुनो मेरी बात. Now tell me, MCQ में I told how many questions are there? How many marks is there MCQ? 30? How much? 30 marks. 30 में से I told 80% will be. That means 24 marks, and chapters 6 marks. फिर आ जाओ क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 is of 14 marks, that is AS. Question number 2, final accounts or internal reconstruction, that is chapters. Question number 3, AS, buyback or sum on AS. So this is again 14 marks predominantly from AS. Question 14, I am writing in chapter but it is logical, if you see, no, it is amalgamation, AS only. Consolidation is also AS. 4 again AS, and over here 4 plus 6 chapters, correct? So this is how much? 6 plus 14, 20 plus 30. And over here it is how much? 14, 4 ja 56, 56, 76, 76 plus 8, 84. So the paper has become 100 se zyada. Paper is of 118 marks. 118 to 119 because of choice. Now, so some people say AS is more important, some people say chapters are more important. Now relax. ये दो जो है ना, amalgamation and consolidation, that is AS only. If you want, you can paste it here. So 20, 14, 14, 28 will come here. Then 30 plus 28, it will become 58. And accounts will become 42. So these two chapters, some people call it chapters, some people call it AS. That is amalgamation and consolidation. So some people place it here, so they say chapters are more important. Some people place it here, so they say AS are more important. But overall, what did you understand? That to pass, black part is more important or blue part is more important? Blue part is more important. Correct, chatted. This is your paper. I am sure it is digested. Now, chatted, point number 4. Now, in exam, you will get a ruled sheet. This time, what did they do? Buyback, no, buyback is practical, Ranjana. This time, what did they do? You must have seen in YouTube videos if you are aware of it. In foundation, there are 2 theory papers, subjective papers, and 2 MCQ papers. Out of 2 MCQs paper, if there is a wrong answer, if you do know, then it is negative 0.25. So negative marking is there. But in these MCQs, negative marking is not there. But institute has done negative marking subjective. That means if the format or conceptually you went wrong, that means 10 marks ka question. If conceptually you went wrong, so forget about part markings. You got negative 0.5. Are you understanding? So conceptually and format wise, you are not supposed to go wrong. So presentation. Presentation में please follow class presentation. Correct? After this, what happens? Some students come to me. Sir, last time, no, there is a teacher called Mr. Ram. His student came AIR 1. And his presentation and your presentation is not matching. So should I follow his presentation? Next time my student got 96 in accounts and Ram ka student got 78 in accounts highest. So we shall reverse next attempt. That means I am trying to say there are ways of presenting answer. It is not that one way only you have to present the answer. So Ram ka way also is correct, Shyam ka also correct. But we cannot learn 10 ways of presentation, no. So we learn one way of this classroom. The other presentation are correct or incorrect? Correct. But it should be logical. Second, I have seen most of the students, suppose it is given sales 10,000. Sales 10,000. They assume that it is credit. No problem. Write the assumption. If you don't write the assumption, you don't get marks. So write assumptions and sometimes your assumptions might give you an alternative solution also. Then if possible, give alternative solution. Now, when I am saying give alternative solution, this is easier said than done. Paper is really very lengthy. 3 hours में finishing the paper itself is a task. Those who would have written foundation, they know paper finishing in 3 hours is not an easy joke. So over here also it's not a joke. So for me it is very easy to write. If possible, give alternative solution. But we should have time also, no? So if time permits, give alternative solution, but all assumptions must be written. Then chatted, I have seen one more thing. Any calculation comes, people jump into calculator. Allowed, disallowed. Absolutely allowed. You can definitely jump into calculator, calculate. But whatever calculations you do in calculator are supposed to be shown in the examination. Even if you do 2 plus 2 plus 3, 7. You are supposed to write that in the examination. You cannot just do in calculator and write it. It is a crime. I used to tell this every time, be it foundation, be it inter. But this time I have seen paper mein correct answer circled, then written question mark, and then given 0. Answer is correct. Question marks means he does not know from where you got it. So he wanted to see the calculation. So please show the calculation. Because I have seen so many times people put in efforts and still don't clear. Then, show all calculations. Show all calculations. And working notes. Correct? Is presentation important? Yes. Is handwriting important? No. Some people might have good handwriting, some people might have bad handwriting, that is fine. But everybody should have legible handwriting. You yourself should be able to read. That means 2 scratches in a solution is equal to 0 marks. आप स्क्रैच नहीं कर सकते. सर ज्यादा डरा नहीं रहे आप. This is fact. If you want to follow, follow. If you don't want to follow, this is how it is. Now, why I am telling you? Tomorrow you are not supposed to write exam. You write exam September or January, correct? Do you have sufficient time to overcome this aram se? Every year people write, every year people overcome. So this is no rocket science, but every year people should know. Correct? Then, no part marking. आप दिमाग से निकाल दो कि part marking is there. Step marking, part marking, दिमाग से निकाल दो. Because suppose there are 10 steps in a question. You have done 9 steps correct. Your 10th step में there is a silly mistake. And question is of 10 marks. There are 10 steps in the question. You have done all 10 steps. 9 steps are correct also. 1 step में silly mistake is there. How much you will calculate? 7, 8, 6. You will not get more than 3. And this, when you calculate, no, you will say 50 aa jayega, paper mein aaya 32. So part marking is a way to console students. So if you ask any teacher, is part marking there? People will say that if part marking is not there, no, nobody will pass only. This much part marking is there. If you want, you can check. Anybody has got one single error, no, they have deducted 60 marks, so 60% marks, so minimum. Somebody is very nice, वो 1 mark बढ़ा दिया. Somebody is even nicer, तो 1 mark और बढ़ा दिया. 50% के ऊपर तो नहीं जाएगा ना. And I am sure if you do this, no, you will say 10 में से 9 I have done correct, I will get 7. Least is 6. But over here maximum is 5. So when you are solving, part marking, calculate mat karna. Whatever I am now going to tell, I can assure you one thing. Guarantee ke saath. There is nobody on earth who can stop you from passing. Nobody. Just follow this one thing. क्या बात कर रहा है? Guarantee पास हो जाएगा. हाँ. किसी के पास मेरा शीट है क्या? No. हाँ. Now charter. This is AS1 का sheet, correct? Introduction to Accounting Standards का एक sheet है वो लाया है. So इसमें questions भी है. This is notes is also there, and there are questions which we will solve also. And questions का जगह भी मिलेगा. देखो ये question है. And there is a space to solve. Then there is another question, space to solve. ये तो theory वाला standard ज्यादा है, इसलिए questions कम मिलेंगे. Otherwise, in this material, any material which I give you in the class, you will find 3 things. One is notes part. That notes part is relevant for theory as well as practical. For theory, you don't have to refer anything else, extra or anything else. Theory or practical, both are given. Then there are sums given, sums ke below space is given for you to solve. You to solve matlab we will solve. Correct? Now charted, there are generally 2 types of batches we have. One is offline, one is online. Am I clear? Offline batches mein, I have a habit of giving questions to solve. Correct? If they do it, very good. If they don't do it, very good. Online batches may I also have a habit of giving questions in the class to solve. If they solve it, very good. If they don't solve it, either I will solve it or I will show the solution immediately. You can check. All the solutions you will get. अब स्टूडेंट इसको रिवाइज कैसे करता है? So 3 parts. First is notes. One is questions which are to be solved. Third is questions which are solved. Theoretical questions are already solved over here. Plus in some chapters which I felt for practice you require some big chapters also. For practice you require some questions. So those questions I have solved it and given. So you practice, and if you go wrong you can check also. But how do people study? People pick this up. They will go home. First variety will directly go to the question and start solving it. Error number 1, don't do it. Second variety will go through the notes, going through the notes, going through the notes, going through the question also, going through the question also, going through the question also. Error number 2, don't do it. Variety 3, read the notes fast, picked up the question, solved. If he got the answer, very good. If he did not get the answer, he saw the solution and rectified. Third variety is the best out of all 3. If you fall in the first or second variety, you can take it from me today. Until and unless you are exceptionally brilliant, you will not pass. exceptionally brilliant. 95% marks in second PUC is not exceptionally brilliant. Have students passed? Yes, I have seen people just reading only and pass. But that happens 1 or 2 in thousands. And believe me, they are just brilliant. It is God-gifted capacity. I have seen a student, आप लोग का एक सब्जेक्ट है स्ट्रैटेजिक मैनेजमेंट, 200 pages का book. That guy read in half an hour. He wrote the exam and still topped. These are rare commodities. These are God-gifted people. इसके साथ कंपटीशन नहीं करने का. If God has made my this hand iron का, will you still fight with me? ऐसे नहीं करने का. Don't take it to ego. इसको ईगो नहीं बोलते, इसको डम्बनेस बोलता है. अब क्या होता है ना, फिर स्टूडेंट क्या बोलता है, सर आई स्टडी 10 hours a day. कुछ नहीं होगा. Examiner does not come to know how many hours a day you have studied. Examiner comes to know only one thing, how much you have written in those 3 hours. So आपको क्या करना है, go home, read the notes अच्छे से, then sit and try to recap the notes in your language, in your order in which you feel comfortable. Hindi, English, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, whichever language you are comfortable. But entire concept should be there on your fingertips. In whichever order you remember, no problem. Give 1.5 hours, 2 hours to it. Then solve the question. If you get it, very good. If you don't get it, go through the concept once again. If concept is not giving you answer, then look at the solution, rectify the question. But mark that question. I made this silly error. I am telling you very nicely over here. When I was a student, I used to write over here, dumb. You made this mistake. Duffer, gadha sala. Itna bhi nahi pata hai kya? You can't think this much even, Dipesh. I used to literally abuse myself wherever I had made mistakes. And I have seen people now using whitener. If you only don't highlight your mistakes in front of you, in front of public, so you will die. Highlight your mistakes in front of you. You will never make it. Don't audit. अब जब प्रैक्टिस करता है, ध्यान से सुनना. कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ लिया, क्वेश्चन यू प्रैक्टिस, द वंस यू गॉट इट वेरी गुड, द वंस यू डिड नॉट गेट, यू सॉ द सॉल्यूशन. Make a routine that after 10-12 days again I'll come back to that chapter. Go through the notes once again. Then try all the questions one by one. What is one by one? First time जब revision कर रहा है, first revision concepts plus each question if incorrect then check from solution. बरोबर. सेकेंड रिवीजन करेगा ना, वापस कॉन्सेप्ट, all questions done, then check one by one. You understood the difference? एक में you solved one question, checked one question, solve second question, check second question, solve third question, check third question. You understood? First revision में क्या करना है? 1 1 1 1 1. सेकेंड रिवीजन में सारे क्वेश्चन. अब ये बात बता दे रहा हूं, ये दिख रहा है? If you are an average student, believe me, this will help you pass. If you are a super genius, then anything can help you pass. I have seen so many students, especially this attempt. So many students को I asked, did you practice? They told yes. हम बोला, how did you practice? Well, sir, I used to pick up the question, solve. हम बोले, the solution गलत होता था तो क्या करता था? I used to check, find out the mistake, and after finding out the mistake, either I used to leave the solution or I used to finish the solution. Believe me, 80% of the student gave me this answer. And these are all those 80% who have failed. They have solved every question 3 times and failed. You know why? And whenever they made mistake, no, they checked it also. And still they failed. लिख के बता रहा है, this is not PUC, this is not degree. दिन में तारा दिखा देगा सीए साला. It will make you cry blood का tears, but इसका return भी amazing है. Those students of mine who had passed in 2012, 13, 14 have almost reached a crore ka package this year. 1 crore ka package. In 12, 13 years, it can give you immense return. You have always heard there is a pink slip, there is retrenchment, there is recession. You will never find any such thing touching CA also. Touching remotely. You can find years where pay has not increased. You will not find a year in CA's life when pay has not increased. साला पूरा दुनिया ये वॉर में तबाह हो जाए. इंटायर वर्ल्ड ये एआई के चक्कर में बर्बाद हो जाए. फाइनेंस का कुछ नहीं होगा. क्यों? फाइनेंस वर्क्स ऑन फ्यूचर, एआई वर्क्स ऑन पास्ट. It will never happen. Can AI predict will there be war tomorrow? No. Correct. But if you have a bad cells, can AI predict you can get cancer tomorrow? Yes. So AI can take over doctor, lawyers, engineers. AI can never take up financiers. ये जब जितना ये लोग क्लॉड ब्लॉड चिल्ला रहे हैं, हम सब चेक कर लिए. Believe me, दूर दूर तक फाइनेंस में नहीं आएगा. And do you believe a person who has 1 crore of saving also, only 1 crore, will invest through AI or human being? AI के भरोसे इन्वेस्ट कर देगा क्या वो? You get a cold, try to go to AI and solve it. You will visit a doctor. तो ह्यूमन फेथ कुछ नहीं होगा. तो मैंने पूछा ना स्टूडेंट को, तो ऐसे सॉल्व करते थे, बहुत बढ़िया. Then I realized how I used to study. मेरा टारगेट रहता था, सपोज आई हैव सॉल्व 10 क्वेश्चंस, देन आई एम चेकिंग ऑल 10, उसमें 3 रॉन्ग है. बिलीव मी, दैट सेट ऑफ 10 क्वेश्चंस आई विल अगेन डू इट. माय स्ट्राइक रेट शुड बी 80%. आई विल सॉल्व 10 क्वेश्चंस, आउट ऑफ 10 मिनिमम 8 शुड बी करेक्ट टॉप टू बॉटम विदाउट एनी एरर. बिलीव मी, किसी का बाप का ताकत नहीं है तुमको पास होने से रोक देगा. But if you say no, I will study less, I will do some smart study, try करते रहो. I have seen people CA में 15 attempts, 16 attempts, 10 attempts, left CA, difficult, it is not my cup of tea, it is फालतू course, ACCA is better, CFA is better, CA में सब सुनते सुनते बुढ़ा हो गया है. कुछ फायदा नहीं देगा, पढ़ना ही होगा. Believe me, you do this. Majority student failed, they solved, but पूरा क्वेश्चन सॉल्व ही नहीं कर पाता था. 2 questions they solve fully, 3rd question में फिर सिली मिस्टेक, 4th question में फिर सिली मिस्टेक, 5th question fully solved, 6th question में फिर सिली मिस्टेक. 80% स्ट्राइक रेट आना चाहिए. इंटायर क्वेश्चन 0 सिली मिस्टेक. 10 questions में यू विल पास. सर ये कैसे आएगा? आई एम टेलिंग यू टुडे, यू हैव स्टिल टाइम. इफ यू प्रैक्टिस दिस वे चला जाएगा. अभी करेगा जैसा चैप्टर वी स्टार्ट, 2-3 days में इट विल गेट ओवर. 2 hours it will take to revise. Do it that day. Then after 1 week again you are supposed to do it. Do it this way. Wherever you are making mistakes, keep writing. If you keep on doing this regular efforts, you will pass. And believe in the number of questions we are going to solve in the class, no? Uska 10 times I would have solved when I was a student. Minimum 10 times. I am asking you to study apart from classes 4 to 5 hours. I studied 12 hours a day. You think I was dumb because people want smart. There is nothing called smart. You have to bloody work. Try करना है, कर सकता है. 2 attempts. 3rd, last point. What we will refer in class. Now चार्टर्ड आज आपके टेलीग्राम में ओपन योर टेलीग्राम चैनल JKSC क्लासेस का एस वॉल्यूम 1, 2, 3 आया होगा. We have 4 books. AS, non-AS. Did you see? 4 books are there. AS में 3 are there. First book contains AS 1 to 10, second book contains AS 11 to 20, third book contains AS 21 to 29. And this non-AS you have got 4 chapters. This is how the 4 volumes are structured. You don't have to bring this book in the class. You don't have to bring this notebook in the class. You have to carry 3 things. This sheet, pen and calculator. That's it. Now, there are 2 types of students. Type 1, जो पूरा AS 1 to 10 is given page wise. Can you see? It's like a volume only. Total would be around 1200 pages. That means it includes questions also, solution also. इतना तो आराम से हो जाएगा. Now, so some people, like he has taken 1 chapter. So some people take out chapter wise. Some people take out volume wise, get it spiraled. You can do whatever you feel like. The one who does chapter wise, उसका advantage मैं बता सकता हूँ. Chapter wise का advantage क्या है? Make a file, keep a chapter wise this sheets only. So when you are at dining table, when you are in metro, when you're just sitting in your balcony also, you can just take out a sheet and revise. It becomes very easy, convenient. And a thin sheet no gives you confidence. ये 1 घंटा में हो जाएगा. But that 400 pages का book देख के थोड़ा डर लगता है. This is advantage of sheets, chapter wise. Spiral का advantage क्या होता है? Sheets individually, if you don't take care, खो जाएगा. That time spiral works. You know yourself best. I have given you advantages because sometimes what happens, I have seen people, ये चारों volume merge करके एक ही file बना लिया. फिर this big fat book that has become heavier than me, which is rarely possible. But still, so if you can maintain yourself, then maintain chapter wise. If you feel नहीं sir खो हो जाएगा, I am little offbeat person, तो problem हो जाएगा. Second, you never have to ask me what we will study in the next class. कभी नहीं पूछना होगा आपको. We will sequentially study AS and chapters. जैसे मैंने लिखा है. I don't teach AS randomly. I will start with introduction, applicability, framework, AS1, AS2, AS3, AS4, AS5, AS6, AS7, AS sequentially जाएगा. खाली एक ही जगह sequence break होगा when I come to consolidation. 19 के बाद 20 में जाएगा ना, 20 करेगा. 20 के बाद 21, 23, 27 I will do together. Again 24, 25. So I will not go the way I have written. I will go sequentially. My book is also arranged sequentially. So I will not do today, let's do AS4, tomorrow let's do AS7 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. AS, any AS has no relation whatsoever. I can pick up any AS and do it, it will not make any difference. But generally क्या होता है ना, people are worried which book to take, which AS sir will do today. Then you will ask management, which AS sir is teaching, you will call me. कुछ नहीं करना होगा. Last class sir did AS9, so this class by default sir will do AS10. Last class sir had done AS24, so this class sir will do AS25. कभी किसी को पूछना ही नहीं. We will sequentially follow the book. Sir, apart from this book, what is that book? इस book में बहुत सारे questions हैं. This book has, I can tell you almost how many pages? 686. उतने ही pages है ना? 698 pages. That book will become 1200 pages के आसपास. The difference between these two books I tell you. This book में notes are not mine. This books में notes are mine. Second, all the questions in this book which are there in the classwork section are already there. Apart from that, CA Institute material questions, MTP questions, RTP questions, past examination questions which I felt good and you should solve, that is also incorporated. This is the minimum you should solve. Sir, इतना solve करने से pass हो जाएगा, इतना practice करने से pass हो जाएगा. If these sheets are there on your fingertips, anytime I tell you, you can solve the entire sum without making an error, you will pass. Always remember, I will always tell, If you can solve a sum without making an error, you will pass. Error, फिर पेज घुमाया, oh shit. Exam में you don't have that time. You will pass. Sir, if I want to get 90, that will think later. I'll come to it. Correct? Thereafter charted. So you understood how we'll go in the class. What we'll study in the class. At the end of the day, whatever sheets you get, usme everything will be solved in the class. But suppose you miss the class. You watch it recording. When you are watching recording, you put me on 2x. And then you are listening to me as if I am some news reader. And in between you smile, ha ha, joke parta hai sala. But you don't want to write anything. So I take care of that also. I'll give you a Google Drive link. Not today, but last class. Where everything, whatever I have written in the class will be there. All sheets solved, all examples solved, all theories solved, everything solved. In fact, this page will also be there. Then why did you make us write? कितना तकलीफ होता लिखने में ना, नालायक लोग. So that is my headache. Apart from that, case study ka book I will give you. There is 30 marks ka case study, no? That I will give you at the end to practice. That would be solved. 9th. Calculator, non-scientific. प्रेफरेबली आप लोग जो केशियो, सिटीजन वो सब यूज करते हैं, ऑरपेट, वो सब नॉर्मल कैलकुलेटर. इट शुड नॉट हैव टैक्स प्लस और टैक्स माइनस बटन. It should not have. If it has, it is not allowed. If it is not allowed, that does not mean you cannot enter in the examination hall. You can enter. If you get caught, they will just take your calculator. They will not throw you out of the exam. CA Institute is very liberal. If you are caught cheating also, no, they will send you home. Bas. ऐसा नहीं कि next 3 attempts you cannot write some punishment. No, CA Institute is very liberal. दम है तो पास होके दिखा. Understood? So this is all about your how we will go about. Correct? Now. So thoughtful, no? Very thoughtful, no? Yeah. So everything is there. We'll start with introduction to accounting standards. I am sure after this what you have written, you will have no doubts regarding examination. खाली एक ही याद रखने का 3 घंटे का एग्जाम होता है. Now, introduction to accounting standards. So obviously, as soon as you hear accounting standards, दिमाग में आता भाई accounting standard होता क्या है? What is accounting standard? Before you jump into what is accounting standards, you should know what is accounts, no? Sir, accounts we know. What is account? Sir, accounts is an art of recording, classifying, summarizing and all that drama definition we had studied. Correct, incorrect? Correct. Is that definition true? True. But थोड़ा definition को change करता है. Let's change the definition. If anybody asks you why do we do accounts, we do accounts for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, to find out profit. Reason number 2, to find out financial position. Reason number 1, profit. Reason number 2, financial position. Your name क्या है? Hero? Bodybuilder? Akshay. Direct Entry Foundation. Which college? Okay. Now chartered. So why do we prepare financial statement? 2 reasons. To find out profit and to find out financial position. Correct? Before preparing financial transaction, before preparing financial statements for profit and financial position, we record in accounts financial transactions. Correct? Yes, no. So recording of financial transaction and event by an enterprise for ascertaining financial performance profit and financial position status is the meaning of accounting. So what does accounting do? Basically 4 things. Correct? Rather 3 things. Recording of events and transaction, Finding out profit, finding out financial position. Yes, no. Now chartered, जब आप ये करते हैं ना, when I say cash to sales, correct? If I ask you what is this, you will say a journal entry, correct? आज से याद रखना, whenever we journalize, no, that is known as recognition in accounts. Don't worry, it is written in further. सब लिखा हुआ है, आपको लिखना नहीं है, अभी याद रखो. The word recognition means recording in accounts for the first time, and journal entry is the first thing which you record. But recognition does not include this. Huh? How will you recognize without knowing amount? So can you recognize without knowing amount? So before recognition you have to find out the value of the amount. This is known as measurement. What it is known as? So now onwards, if you say no, record this, recognize this, pass journal entry, recognize it, remove it, de-recognize it, find the value, measure it. Are you understanding? Because not that these terms are good, because these are the terms which are used in office and will be used in the class also. Am I clear? Now charted, after that in sales you will write in SPL. Statement of PL, you will write sales as revenue from operations, 10,000. This is known as presentation. Okay. So you understood measurement, recognition, presentation. Then notes mein you wrote sold goods to A on credit of 4 months. This is what you call notes to accounts. It is nothing but disclosure. Correct? So you understood what is measurement, recognition and all that drama? Now. So recognition means passing a journal, measurement is to find out the value, presentation means recording in SPL or balance sheet, and writing anything in notes to account is known as disclosure. Now, so chartered accounting is recording a financial transaction and event by an enterprise for ascertain. Now ये बहुत ज़्यादा मैं stress करता हूँ event और transaction में. What is event? What is transaction? What is event? What is transaction? Now, मुंडे पर करो. Now, what is event? What is transaction? Now, अगर मैं कहूँ, when I ask generally to the students, no, what is event? What is transaction? Their reply is generally, sir, transaction is something which can be valued in terms of money. Event is something which cannot be valued in terms of money. नहीं, गलत बात. Both are can be valued in terms of money. If it cannot be valued in terms of money chartered, it will not be recorded in accounts only. The difference between event and transaction is something which we do intentionally. I purchased this watch, transaction. I purchased this mic, transaction. I sold this, transaction. So anything which you do, I paid wages, transaction. I paid traveling expense, transaction. So whatever I do intentionally, which is within my control, is known as transaction. What happens automatically, which is not within my control, is known as event. For example, the name kya hai? Nihal. I sold goods worth rupees. I purchased goods. Madam, your name? Madhumita say I purchased goods. Correct? 10,000 ka goods I purchased from Madhumita and 8,000 ka goods I sold it to Nihal. How much ka goods I purchased? 10,000. It is within my control how much to purchase? Yes. Can she force me, you have to purchase this much, otherwise I'll punch you down? No. So I purchased goods from her worth rupees 10,000. I sold goods to him worth rupees 8,000. Is that within my control? Yes. Is purchase within my control? Yes. Transaction. Is sales within my control, done intentionally? Yes. Transaction. 2000 is left unsold? Yes or no? Is that within my control? Can I say, I want purchase 10, sale 8, but closing stock 0? Is it possible? Is closing stock within your control, not within your control? That is event. Are you understanding? That means something which is not within your control and it happens automatically. That is event. I purchased this air condition. Transaction or event? Trans. It depreciated. Event. I sold goods to Nehal. Nehal ran off with the goods. He did not give me a naya paisa. Bad debt ho gaya. So selling of goods, transaction. Bad debt. There was a fire in the godown. Event. Tsunami aa gaya. I was sitting in my house and dividend ka check aaya. Event. Am I clear? So transactions are something which is within your control and you do it intentionally. Events are something like I went to the shop, purchased the television, told him that send it to my house. He told okay. Did I purchase it? Yes. Transaction or event? Transaction. After 2 hours it came to my house. Transaction or event? Event. It happened automatically. It will happen. It is within my control now. No. So you understood the difference between transaction and event? Now chartered it is given accounting. Accounting of financial transaction and events. Very good. Financial statements. Financial statement ऐसे 5 होते हैं. How many? 5 financial statements. What are those? SPL, statement of PL, balance sheet, cash flow statement, notes to account, statement showing changes in equity. SPL, PL account, balance sheet, cash flow statement, notes to account, statement of changes in equity. Notes to account and statement showing changes in equity is not there in the syllabus. You are left with 3. PL, balance sheet, cash flow statement. PL balance sheet we prepare as per schedule 3. Cash flow we prepare as per accounting standard 3. Schedule 3 you studied in your childhood. Shareholders fund underline. Share capital underline. B reserves and surplus. Next point number 2. Non-current liabilities. A, B, C, D. You remember what was A, B, C, D? Sir, long-term borrowings. Then garbad. Then current liabilities, then non-current asset, current asset. Correct? That is your schedule 3. We follow that. Now chartered, why do we prepare financial statements?